You're watching 12sided, rant about Fatal Frame. Okay, I'm actually ranting about Project Zero, because I'm Australian, but since I'm guessing the larger audience on YouTube is going to be Americans, I'll just keep calling it Fatal Frame so no one gets confused. Well, except for the people in Australia, but yeah. Fatal Frame is a little-known survival horror game. It's got a devoted following, though, and it's one of the most creepy and unsettling survival horror games out there. Now, to that I know a lot of you might be saying, 12sided, you cross-eyed tart. Surely you jest. I'm a big survival horror gamer, I love Silent Hill and Resident Evil, but I've barely heard of this game. Besides, I heard someone say it's like Pokemon Snap. Yes, for those who are unfamiliar with it, the main weapon in Fatal Frame is the camera obscura. Now, this is actually one of the things that makes Fatal Frame so unsettling. I mean, if you look at Resident Evil or Silent Hill, you've at least got weapons with you that you can bludgeon your enemies to death from third person. In Fatal Frame, you don't have that. All you have is this frickin' old camera, and the worst part is, if you want to do enough damage to actually get the thing to reel back away from you, you have to wait until it's so close you can smell the ectoplasm on its breath, and take this picture just as it's attacking you. And of course, if you miss it, it's going to attack you, so there's unsettlingness there. There are common themes throughout the Fatal Frame series apart from the camera. The first is that you can be reasonably sure you're going to be playing as a young woman for most of the game. If you find anything shiny on the floor, pick it up, it'll help you. And if you have any relatives or loved ones, they are going to get you into trouble, no exceptions. There's also the ritual involving a priestess or two, and that has gone horribly, horribly wrong, and you need to set that right if you want to live or escape. Oh, and the puzzles. Did I mention the puzzles? I know if I ever create my own house, I'm going to have certain doors you can only open if you've collected certain items strewn around the rest of the house. I love the Fatal Frame series for these things, plus the gorgeous traditional Japanese architecture and items, and the classic Japanese horror atmosphere. There's also the ending music, which is done by Amano Tsukiko in Fatal Frames 2 and 3. I fell in love with her music after listening to Cho and Koe. I suppose if you're not a fan of Japanese horror, then you're probably not going to like Fatal Frame. But if you really enjoyed watching The Ring and Ju-On, then I definitely recommend Fatal Frame to you. Now, the last installment in the franchise was Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. Fans have been itching for the fourth one ever since rumours of its development came out. And it's finally here. Fatal Frame 4 is out in Japan. Yeah, but still. Now, there's been some weirdness since Nintendo bought the series, whereas it used to be for both PlayStation and Xbox. Now, when I first heard that it was going to be for the Nintendo Wii, I was a little bit disappointed, because, let's face it, the Wii isn't known for being the biggest powerhouse when it comes to graphics, and that's what I think of when I think of Fatal Frame, all the gorgeous visuals and creepy sounds. But things like this, and this have soothed any fears I have on that angle. It looks frickin' awesome! Now, the other thing I'm a little bit iffy about is the over-the-shoulder camera. I had this problem with Resident Evil 4. I always felt like my view was being blocked by the character moving around, and seeing the gameplay trailers for Fatal Frame 4 just kind of gives me the feeling of saying, hey, down in front, I can't see! So, yeah, there have been complaints in the last few games about the static camera being in the corner of a room and you're not being able to move it around. So it's good to see them addressing problems that people have had with the series. The good news is the game is selling really well in Japan, so here's hoping Nintendo get off their collective asses and bring the game to the audiences who are waiting for it.